Hello my lovelies, another day, another dollar, as my mother would say, at the now almost completely empty truck yard. And it looks pretty strange because normally there was another lorry parked right there. I'm just waiting for Max to turn up with the door, finally the door, which is going to go right here. Today we are getting some cladding, utilising Max's roof rack. I'm going to home base in Newton Abbot of all places because I was originally buying the cladding from Wix. I was all set thinking that was great, I can just go and get more as and when I need to. But it turns out there's a cladding shortage now. No, I can't quite figure out why. I don't know if it's got something to do with, you know, like supply disruption from COVID or whatever, but yeah, so Wix doesn't know when they're getting in any of their cladding. I've looked at Bradford's, I've looked at RGB, I've looked at, I can't even remember, I've like tried to search out more 8mm cladding and I can't find any. It's like rare as hen's teeth. It's super annoying because Wix had it the cheapest, but I have managed to find it in Homebase. So I'm going to go and buy up all of that today. It won't be enough. Obviously it's way better than the 5 I've got now. Hopefully by the time I've done the walls and clad, like insulated and began the cladding, because that's going to take a few more weeks, more will be available. Like I can't find out from anyone. Like no one knows. No one knows where it's gone or when it's coming back again, so that's unfortunate. So even though it's a little bit more expensive, I am driving out today and it's kind of like a semi-urgent matter, and I am going to carry on insulating, and I also really want to finish heat gunning the letters around the truck, which is such a tedious job, but it really has to be done. You can still see them on this side. I haven't done it at all. It just takes forever and it's so boring. You can still see where the letters are, but I'm going to go over that with some, like, I don't know, like isopropyl alcohol, take it, get all the like adhesive off, and once that's done, I got to think about rollering it, and I'm definitely going to keep it green though, because the Emerald Beast is obviously emerald, so I'm going to have like such an issue choosing what kind of green though. It's going to be really, really stressful for me. I've just seen him drive down, so he's going to be here in a minute. Here he comes, my most reluctant unhired help. He's just going to drive away now. Behold, for I have just brought out cladding from Homebase. The god of panel pins.
What?
Show us your hammer.
On the pins?
Yeah.
Some pins? Yeah, Dan, I don't want to be on social bloody media all the time. I hate your Facebook account. I hate all social media. Your bloody YouTube, your stupid Instagram. It sucks.
Okay. Come on then.
What?
Show me.
Well, you take a pin, you hold it between your thumb and your index finger, you place it carefully against a piece of pine cladding, you hold the hammer slightly down the shaft because it gives more leverage, and therefore the weight is a stronger hit on the head. Actually touching your finger and thumb, but if you and you can start lightly tapping, because it's such soft wood, it's so easy, and then once it's stuck in quite well, you can remove your thumb and finger and give a very firm tap to make sure that it doesn't go bent or off to one side or lean too much, and you can bury it quite deep in there, and you drive it home really easily then, like the solid taps.
I finally managed to convince my ex-partner to come out to the truck, and here he is showing me how to actually do cladding, how to fit it all together, and he was quite insistent that I use panel pins rather than what I would have done, which would have just been to use screws, because he said it would have been really ugly. So this is him coming out, sawing down the bits for me and showing me how it all fits together so I can continue to then clad on my own. The other thing that I did actually want to mention about this cladding, because I feel like there are a million videos on YouTube of people putting cladding in their vans, but not actually of like how you do it. And for somebody like, it's probably assumed knowledge for a lot of people because they're already like into the DIY kind of thing. But for me, having never done it before, it was actually really important for me to have this explained, that when you have this like tongue and groove cladding, there's a right side and a wrong side. And the right side, if you can just see here, like, oh, it's so difficult to show on camera, but this is like, excuse my nails, I'm a gardener and they're disgusting. This is a slanted at an angle, this side. So I know that this is the front side, because on the other side of this groove, this is like 90 degrees. Let me see if I can show you. This is a 90-degree angle, whereas this side is a slant. Can you see that? So like, I know that the front side is the slanted side and the 90-degree angle side is the back side. So that was something that wasn't obvious to me and needed to be explained to me, and I thought I would just explain it quickly here as well. So here's a nice video of me painting on some linseed oil onto my spruce cladding. I guess some of you might be wondering why I am doing that before I clad the walls, because technically it is going to slow me down having to oil it and then put it up and then oil it again. But the reason is that I saw in another video somebody made the really good point of that if you just stick the cladding straight on, your back of your cladding, which is against the vapor barrier, is basically like a completely dry absorbent surface, because spruce is so dry out the packet. So I'm hoping by oiling both sides I'll be able to mitigate any moisture that does get behind the cladding, and will stop the wood from rotting from the back side. So that's why I'm oiling both sides before I put it on. Okay guys, here is some of my cladding that I've oiled. Cladding? What am I saying? Cladding that I've oiled, that is just currently in the sun dry, and you can still see it's dead wet, but I have to say, like, I'm a little bit in love. It's brought out, even though this is like cheap ass cladding, look at that grain, so beautiful. I've had a lot of people give me opinions on the cladding situation and the fact that I want to clad the whole thing, and all I can say is that I'm desperate to have some kind of weird Twin Peaks lodge / 70s social club mashup going on inside the truck. Like, I just want to live in that. I want to feel like I'm in Life on Mars or something, you know, so it's all good. I'm super happy about how this is coming out though, even though like it is the most cheap ass spruce you've ever seen. I did want to quickly mention actually that I'm using this which is linseed oil, and it is raw. So all of the linseed oil that I could find, like of the big, I don't know, like companies like Bradford's, B&Q, blah blah blah, like they all did this boiled linseed oil, and I was a bit like, well, what's boiled linseed oil? Like, why would they boil it? And it turns out that it's not even, this is why I hate, you know, like the construction, kind of how polluting the construction industry is. So like, boiled linseed oil isn't even boiled. It's got nothing to do with boiling. They put a shit ton of, I think it's like, I don't know, like metal polymers or something in the oil to like help it dry faster, because you see, like you can put another coat on like a couple of hours later with boiled linseed oil, whereas with this stuff, the planks that are here, like they're going to be drying for like maybe a day, like a full 24 hours before I can do a second coat. But you know, if it means that I don't have to breathe in a whole load of weird like metal solvents or something, then that's what I'm. And also, like, it's just not environmental. So this is environmental. It was also cheap. Like, I got this on Amazon, and I think it's for horses. Like, a lot of people who were like leaving reviews of it said, oh, it's great for my horse. So apparently, for some reason, people feed horses linseed oil. I don't know why. But I am using it for my planks, and this entire 5 litres cost me like, I don't know, I can't actually remember. I feel like it was £5, might have been a bit more. And yeah, I've already done quite a few, and I'm probably going to need two bottles of this realistically for all the cladding. But it's going pretty well, and I'm actually really happy with it. And it doesn't, the best thing of all is that it doesn't smell in any way. It just smells like a, not like olive oil, but just like a plant oil. Like it doesn't smell bad, it doesn't give me a headache, and I don't have to worry about getting it on my hands or anything like that. So yeah, raw linseed oil as opposed to boiled. Okay guys, that's it for this video for now. I am trying to make videos more consistently and be more active on social media. So I'm going to link some stuff in the description below, and hopefully you guys can follow me on Instagram and Facebook and all that kind of good stuff if you're interested. And yeah, so the next kind of steps are just to finish the installation, finish the cladding, and I probably won't make another video about that until I get to the stage of the windows. So watch out for that one, guys. It's going to be exciting. See you all soon. Bye.